Hey, this is Rockman. If you're watching this past broadcast, not that I know why, you're probably going to have to wait 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, who knows. Because I just went live, no one's here, not even Song. Well, Ratmus is here. Ratmus, you want the code? Of course he does. VYLW. Did you get that? But we gotta wait for like Song and a few other people. Hello, Jordy Bell. I am a boy, a real boy, a 42-year-old boy. Although my birthday was actually 2 days ago. I'm waiting for some people to show up before the game gets started. We need some people. Where's my, maybe I should text, where's my phone? That is true. And you can tell I'm 42 because I had to go to the doctor today and get pain medication because my back was in horrible pain. I'll give it another minute for my girlfriend to maybe respond, and then I'll... You can absolutely join the game and play if you want, but like I said, if you have to for some reason leave, like, don't enter the game and then just like, because I'm waiting a few minutes, if I have to start a few minutes late, you have to go or something. My frickin' phone wants my password again. I don't know how late. All right, here you go. I don't know how late we'll be going tonight. Hopefully past 10, but you never know. Who is this?
You correctly told me 8 Eastern, but my head went, he must mean 8 Central.
Well,
So I thought I still had an hour.
I'm not responsible for your head mixing up times.
You are not. That is correct. But that is why I was not here on time. Which is not a defense, but an explanation.
We can certainly start the game with 4 people once you get in. I need some water, clearly, because my throat is dry. Mouth,
My throat feels all like gunky from allergies. I'm just like, bleh. Happy birthday for your recent aging. I love that. That is
oh, okay.
fantastic.
The 4 of us are here. All right. Who is that? For Mimi. We can wait for Mimi.
What? What? I love that defense. What?
I'm not fully set up yet.
That's for Mimi giving a what?
What?
Hi, everyone. Whoa, Ratmus is here.
Call the police.
Who's giving the echo?
Okay, I gotta put on headphones or something.
Frickin' Ratmus. Hey, Cobra.
Yeah.
Cobra, are you able to play or are you just watching tonight?
Cobra.
Can't do a lower Rasmus's voice.
How was the pie?
The pie is damn delicious. I plan to have more later. Well, I didn't have any today. I'm talking about yesterday. I had some. All right, let's go.
Yeah, boy.
I'm hitting everybody in. Why is it not working? I think sometimes this happens if I wait too long for a refresh. There you go.
It died.
Welcome to Blather Round, the game where you break down big ideas into simple sentences, and I break down at the thought of
What
a
are you having
dog
for
being
dinner,
friends
Cobra?
with a cow. Google it. You're going to present a secret prompt. Oh, okay. You already know this. Let's play. Round one. Time to choose your prompt. Word to the wise. The harder ones are worth more points.
I doubt he's actually having a tenderloin. These options are no good.
Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt. On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Pick words to build a sentence describing your prompt, and then tap Submit when you're finished. Oh, and you can choose more than 1 word in each column if you want to get creative.
I had an Italian beef and fries from Portillo, so
Guess what? You're going first. The what is a where. You're guessing a place.
It's a useful landscape.
Now's the part where you submit guesses on your device. That means everyone in the
California.
audience, too. In the meantime, the presenter will write another sentence.
The new world.
It's where you behold the magic.
What?
Harry Potter
Uh,
Land.
somebody who knows Harry Potter, what's the name of that area?
It's a
England?
Harry Potter land.
What do you
When the
mean?
presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you get
Wherever the hell
Oh.
Harry Potter takes place in England.
Orlando
Wow, that
Studios.
sentence could fit in the palm of my hand.
Orlando Bloom's abs.
I don't think it's that.
Golden Studios.
No. It went in the other one.
Oh,
The one next to Harry Potter Land.
Yes.
nice work.
I just think
You
far
contributed
better
the
than I
guess that
type.
got used. You're
And they'd be
getting
like,
some
I don't
points,
care if I
too.
get the points. I get the points, and people know that I got the right answer. And I just
Really
talk
has.
out loud.
Is
Apparently Disney World
story.
has the same vibe as Orlando Bloom's abs. Somebody told Doom.
It's a story about a heartbreaking circumstance love.
Off you
Titanic.
go.
Bible.
Wow.
How?
Wait, what? Did somebody? What?
Man,
How? To be fair, I did my poetry homework this
you
morning.
succeeded.
Oh,
Making
okay.
Wonderful memories with friends.
It is a really good heartbreaking circumstance, love. That works
Category
really well.
is place.
That's a good sentence.
It's an incredible place.
Here we go again.
Go. Disneyland.
Metropolis. It's where you view the metropolis.
Bizarre. Someone's bedroom.
What?
Chuck E. Cheese.
But I guess Metropolis.
Smallville.
Gotham.
New York. Metropolis. The Batcopter. New York.
It's kind of similar to New York.
Chicago.
Real life.
Seattle.
So much architectural wonder.
Oh, what a tasty sentence.
The hell?
Paris. London.
Chicago.
You got it.
Cha cha cha.
I was like, all of a sudden I couldn't tell if it
Look at
was
you
a real
being
place or a
fancy
fake
and clever
place.
and smart and perfect. The category is story.
It's a story about a young, massive, colorful ensemble.
Here
Bible.
we go.
West Side Story. Hell.
The Incredibles.
Star Wars. The Wizard of Oz.
Justice League.
Monsters Incorporated.
Avengers.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
And a multicolored creature good guy.
Frozen. Tango.
Power Rangers. It has the same vibe as The Incredibles, Monsters Incorporated, and Power Rangers.
Please go.
Whoa, an adolescent kerfuffle.
We can all agree we love that sentence.
Live action. Cartoon.
Teen Wolf.
Tits.
The Goonies.
It's kind of similar to cartoon and
Kind
live
of similar
action.
to cartoon and live action.
Tits and Ass and Ass and Tits.
Wow.
Tom and Jerry. The hero is the reptile. Roger Rabbit.
Time is running out. Submit more guesses.
Looney Tunes.
What's your mouth?
The Animaniacs.
You're gonna hate yourself. Thank you,
Yes.
Ratmus. Rockman, why did you not get that earlier?
Congratulations! You have inferred
Come on,
meaning from
Slim,
words arranged in a
welcome to
particular
Japan.
structure.
Nothing made me think of that.
Let's end this round on a
Young,
high.
massive, colorful
Category
ensemble.
is lace.
It's an
Cowabunga.
teeny place.
Exactly.
Here we go.
I was like waiting for something to say pizza.
Hell.
California.
USA. It's where you shop to the club.
Nice.
Oh, that was fast. Like a sport.
It's where you shop for the club.
Let's see how the score shook out.
Rob had an
Look at
unfair
all those
advantage of
numbers. They certainly mean things in
probably
relation
seeing
to
that
each
before the
other.
rest of us.
You bet.
My unfair advantage was
Ooh,
Ratmus.
Round two. Because this is round two, I'm doubling the points.
My meds have made me drowsy, so that's why I'm not like talking very much or loudly.
If you're having
Heck
trouble
yeah,
choosing
heck yeah,
a
heck yeah.
prompt, you must be
This is a. I like this, but I hope you can get
write
it.
a
I don't know.
sentence to describe your new prompt. Did you know that you can scroll the lists up and down? You might have more words than you think. Oh,
turtles are
time is
cows.
ticking. Hurry, hurry.
Frogs are the amphibians.
You're going next. The category is story.
It's a story about a joyful blank.
Time to begin.
Wizard
Move.
Roadhouse.
Cartoon.
Alice in
Cartoon.
Brave Little Toaster.
And an amazing vast creature.
Disney. Toy Story. B.
What's that? Yeah, I was when you said that, I was like, what's the name of that movie about bees with Seinfeld?
It's such a creative title.
What's the name of that bee movie?
Nice.
Oh
You
yeah.
did this very specific thing.
Yeah.
The category is story.
It's a story about a positive adventure.
Let's do this.
Jesus. Ghostbusters. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. A Christmas Story. Elf. Winnie the Pooh.
Not
So
giving
now
me good
Katie.
prompts.
It has the
probably.
same vibe as Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
8 Crazy Nights.
Whoa. A fortuitous shenanigan.
A perfectly
That would
plumb
be Wayne's
sentence.
Teen Wolf.
Live action. It's a lot like Wayne's World.
Teen Wolf 2. Karate Kid. Muck.
Mallrats.
I
Wow.
totally misspelled
You
that.
got that from a misspelled Ferris Bueller. Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
a very misspelled Ferris Bueller. Especially since I haven't even seen that movie, but I was just kind of like, all right, what is he getting with Bill and Ted and Wayne's World? I was like, oh, crud. What are movies like that?
Story.
I haven't seen it since I was like a teenager, which we all know was a long time ago.
It's a story about a not teeming with trouble based.
I just want one of these to be, it's a story about a lovely lady.
Cooking adventure.
Godzilla.
Who's bringing up three very
And
lovely
scary
girls,
floating
yes.
So, not a gremlin. Because it says
Shark
not. And it's scary.
That's helpful.
It has the same vibe as Shark Tale.
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
Why do you do
Shark
this,
Lady.
Marcus? You don't.
Oh,
Damn.
There you go.
You're welcome. That's some bad hat
This
hair.
round is just like my steak. Well done. And slathered in Alfredo.
Everyone's like, looks at the people of Jaws like, oh, why are they so insistent on keeping the
Category
beach
is person.
open?
It could be a
It would just be so
celebrity,
easy for
a
them just
fictional
not to go to the
character,
beach for a
anyone.
couple days. And now everyone's been in this pandemic and they're
You'll
like,
renown
shit,
somebody.
now we
Off
understand it.
go.
Jesus.
I was gonna say, Jesus.
They communicate with the ancestry.
Real. Fictional. Singer.
Gandhi.
Politician. Media actor. Pope. Witch. Different.
They're so furry. Monk. Alligator. They're not like real.
What a fabulous sentence you've made.
Native American.
Mm,
Known for the hairy humanoid.
why are you Pope? I think I did Pope.
Harry and the Hendersons. Bigfoot.
What?
Yeti.
But they're real.
They're nothing like Bigfoot.
Real.
Smallfoot.
Time is running out. Time to take some big swings.
What would a real thing be known for as a hairy humanoid?
John,
Some really hairy
Uh,
guy?
and they socialize with the signs.
Puxweedy Hill.
Like, I want it to be that groundhog.
Time is almost up.
I think it'd be Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
King.
Is it Bill Nye? Or
Nobody
did Edward
guessed it. Now I get to keep all these points for myself.
It's the red guy on
If
Beacon's
you
World,
think
right?
they did a good job
No.
anyway, you can hit my bet on your device.
Oh, Jane. Oh, damn.
Yo.
Oh,
One more presentation
Now
left.
I get it.
The category is place.
I don't know if I would have thought of Jane Goodall just in
It's a
general.
wonderful, yummy place.
Let's get the
She's like the
presentation
Teenage Mutant Ninja
started.
Turtles that way.
Wonka.
Candyland. Candyland.
Oh, no.
Flight. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It's where you journey for the family.
Willy Wonka's Factory. Cracker Barrel.
Yes, Cracker Barrel.
It has the same vibe
So
as
like a
Cracker
family
Barrel.
restaurant, maybe?
SeaWorld, don't sue me. Orlando, but not Prince
Chili's.
Abs.
So much growth.
It's like, just keep naming them.
Wow.
Ayo.
Cobra should have got that.
Cobra's like, I want that right
I
now.
Because when you're here, you're family.
I was gonna guess
Yep.
Chuck E. Cheese because one of the prompts that it gave me that I rejected was Chuck E.
Let's
Cheese.
see those points. Everyone bow down to your superior. The winner is... Congratulations!
I'm your superior, she said so.
Cha-cha-cha.
Thanks for playing. We really hit it off, didn't we? We're friends now, right? Then don't leave. Oh, please, God, don't leave me alone here.
Boom.
Okay, well in that case,
Hey, bro, apparently
Never.
that 5 Dates game is available on the PS, like, unlimited run games, because it was so worth it.
I don't even know which one that was because you didn't play it while I was
You
looking.
can't join Doom. You have to leave. Bye.
And hey, Zoda.
You're welcome.
So I was having pain not only in my lower back, but also shooting down my left leg all the way to the foot and even in my left arm and hand. When I finally got to see the doctor, he wouldn't give me a shot, but he prescribed all these pills, as I said. The pain in my left leg has pretty much gone away. I'm still getting a little bit of pain in my left hand. And sometimes when I get up or sit down, I still have the pain in my back, but it's much better than it was. Like the past few days and earlier today, like I thought I was gonna keel over and die. Now it's at least more manageable, and like I said, one of the meds is making me drowsy, but I have trouble sleeping anyway, so. Alright, I didn't.
I think Zoda's still eating. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
what about Jordy Bell? I don't know if they're still here.
I do not see them in the users.
Okay. Chat, you got 30 seconds, then we're going without you. What is Bunny playing now that you have to mod for Doom?
Final Fantasy 9?
Yippee. Alright. And I might be getting pied before too long.
I like how quick Blood Around is.
I mean, it can sometimes take a while.
But it's in your ear like, I have no clue.
Do, a do ba ba, a boobity do bow bow, jazz. You're going to present a secret prompt. Live? Okay, good, because I didn't want to explain it. Let's play.
You don't have to listen to you again.
Round 1. Here are 3 cool prompts. It's your job to choose the coolest. FYI, the harder prompts are worth more points. Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt.
We get all
On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Tap all the words you want to include in your sentence, and then tap Submit when you're finished. You can always change your mind. Just tap the word again to take it out. You're the first sacrifice. Player. Player is what I said. Guess what? Literally guess what, because you're guessing a thing.
It's an amazing concept.
Okay, guessers, now's your time to shine.
Sacrifice.
Type in guesses on your device. That means everyone in the audience too.
Cap.
Meanwhile, the presenter will write another sentence.
Sunshine.
It cleans the circle.
Toilet bubbles.
No. It's a lot like toilet bubbles.
When the presenter uses your guess in a sentence,
Can I spell Roomba right?
Talk about sanitary.
No, wait.
Filter scrubby bubbles.
There. I'm like, how do you spell Roomba?
Toilet brush.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
It's smaller than toilet brush.
well done on that sentence.
Toothbrush.
Tampon.
Toilet paper.
Urinal keg. It is used for the anatomy.
Loofah.
Is it in the bathroom?
Get your guesses in before this thing wraps up.
It is used for the anatomy. What?
It's
You
kinda
know what it
similar to
is.
urinal keg. Sponge.
Oh, wait, but it's not a tampon?
What the fuck would be similar to a urinal cake?
Oh.
Like, I can think about those gel things you put in a toilet,
Only a few seconds
and then
left.
there's the tab things, but it's OH2O water. Is it a douche?
You know what it is.
I probably do know what it
On the
is.
first turn never
Wait,
feels
someone
great.
said
It's
loofah.
good for your skin.
Wow.
If you saw the answer and thought, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, I
then
love
try that on your
bidets.
device.
That's so nice.
The category
It cleans
is
the
place,
circle.
and this is the place
does.
to
You're
be.
right.
It's a glorious
Have
place.
I told y'all how much
And
I like
so
the
it
days? Because I really like the
Jesus
days.
loud. Death.
What? Did someone win? What?
It's a lot
Huh?
like Jesus.
You did it.
The fuck? Doom!
I better put on a bid because y'all are getting success
Jesus.
everywhere. It's story time.
It's a story about a small beast friendship.
And we're off.
Bug.
Beauty and the Beast.
I won't play
And a
it.
small bug.
Disney. Fantastic.
Lion King. Milo and Stitch.
Where to find them?
Bagu. Mulan.
Hi,
Milo
lizard.
and Otis.
Rescue Rangers.
And a small
To say Milo and Otis. Hey, lizard.
beast friendship and a small
The one Disney recognized.
Is it?
It's nothing like Disney.
It's not Pinocchio. Nothing like Disney. Thank you for getting us off of Disney then.
The Rescuers.
All right.
Women.
So is it a movie?
The hero is the bacon.
Is it a book?
Battieri.
Live action.
Charlotte's Web,
Yeah.
but I didn't spell
I
it.
was,
fast
I was
enough.
like, wait, bacon,
Hey.
pig.
Remaining spelled it faster than me.
That was great. And hey,
Thank you for
here are
getting us
some
on
points
pig.
for everyone who contributed.
You
a
got it.
helpful guess.
Hi, Yoda.
I haven't seen Charlotte's Web since I was a literal
Oh,
child.
tricky. It could be.
You could read the book.
I never read the book.
I remember the movie.
Saw the movie.
They're a deceased circle figure.
And so
Jesus.
it begins.
Circle figure?
Gandhi.
His demise.
Seance.
Satan.
Sadie is a deceased
Which one
circle
was the
figure?
fat president?
They are
Ah.
celebrated for the character. At the honor.
Who would Ratmus pick?
They're kind of similar to that.
Buddha. Why do you hate us rabbits?
Similar
They're
to
so
that.
groundbreaking, Haji.
You have a way with words.
Churchill. They're more famous than that.
Trump.
What is it?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Good.
I don't even
Hello,
know if
Zoda.
I've seen a picture of
And
Alfred.
lizard.
I've never seen such a caring application.
Have you seen an
of
Alfred
marriage.
Hitchcock
You are
movie?
the poet of
Yeah,
party gamers.
Then you've seen him because he's in every one of his movies.
Okay, it's
Sounds
finally
like-
your turn. The category
What's
is
his name?
person.
That other guy that like.
Stan Lee.
They're an incredible deceased person. Much
Here
better.
we go.
Jesus.
There's some
M. Hamlet.
They are famous for the science.
Galileo.
Albert Einstein. Thomas Edison.
Teddy Long.
His cousin Terry.
Eartha Kitt.
Copernicus.
Is Eartha Kitt dead?
Batman.
Probably.
They're kind of similar to math. Albert
Similar to
Einstein
math
and
and
Thomas Edison. Einstein.
I just wrote it in chat instead of
Tesla.
into the thing.
He's so historical, fruity.
Oh
I
God.
absolutely adore that sentence.
Yeah, y'all have it once you actually type it.
Newton.
Ah. I see what you mean.
Fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it with the fruity, but then it took me like 10 more seconds to remember Isaac Newton.
Ooh.
Surprised Doom didn't
This
get
is
that.
going to be a
But he might have
battle.
been
Whose idea is
distracted.
this? All right, mine. chance for redemption. As a little treat, I'll give you double the points this time. Same challenge, new prompts,
Oh,
choose
nice.
wisely. Pick something your friends might be able to guess.
These are all bad.
Write a sentence to describe your
Yeah, I saw Copernicus. Of course, when I think my brother had that one once, Newton, and I was like getting ready to go to Pythagoras.
You got this. And another turn for you. The category is person.
Ratmus, is your girlfriend out somewhere?
There are
Yeah, she's with her friend today.
Here we go again.
It's mad.
They are renowned for the immortal. Hades,
Thanos.
Ultron, Joker,
The curtain. I wonder what as a bear.
Why is it as a bear?
Ra's al Ghul.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
They're kind of similar to Hades and Satan.
Zeus.
Zeus. He's so garlicky.
A mini sentence from Maximum Impact.
Garlic Junior Saga.
Darkseid.
Whoa! Dracula.
Garlic Jr. Saga. Thank you, Doom, for thinking the obvious.
Frame it, put it in a museum.
He's a hot doggy. It's like he's like anti-garlic, but I was like, I need to use garlic.
Category
That'll get them
is
on the right
story.
place.
It's a story about a not at all human protagonist.
Off you go.
Bible.
Tom Thumb.
Stuart Little. Tom Thumb.
Pinocchio.
The Littles.
Tom Thumb.
And an incredible character.
Mulan.
Hobbit.
Aladdin. Napoleon.
Reality, it's nothing like Hobbit.
Nemo.
Princess and the Frog.
Revenue.
Movie. Squirrel.
Cartoon.
Cartoon.
Oh, a death-defying jumping disguise.
Now that's a sentence.
Ant-Man.
Robin.
It's a different genre dynamic. The hero explodes the theme song.
Bambi.
Mighty Mouse.
Lion King.
Underdog.
It's like superhero.
It's bigger budget than Incredible.
There
How?
we go.
How?
Who's not tall? Tom Cruise?
Are you
Yes.
trying to impress?
Yeah.
The takeaway is Tom Cruise is short.
Is that
Wow.
something like child?
Hmm.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of some sort of superhero for a while.
Yeah, he isn't tall for a man. For
It's a story about a modern family.
Let's get the presentation started.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Movie. And a recent class warfare.
X-Men.
It's nothing like X-Men. Sitcom.
Incredibles.
X-Force.
Incredibles.
Big Bang Theory. TV.
Cartoon.
Movie.
Live action.
2000s.
Paper.
quo. A rich dweller. Brady.
I want to marry that sentence, but no kids.
1995. Silver Spoons.
Schitt's Creek.
It's a lot like movie.
Richie Rich.
Knives Out.
Ready Player One. Musical. Freeze.
The timer stops
No,
for no
that's a
one.
modern
Get those guesses
family.
in.
The hero
I
has
feel
the
like we
beautiful-
also know this, Ramini, and you're just going insane. Yeah, see, like that.
It was everywhere.
Superman.
Almost over. Keep.
Tom Cruise.
It's the same kind of movie as Knives
I
Out.
don't even know what Knives Out is, so.
Close.
Don't know that.
Congratulations on participating.
Oh, yeah, I would not have
The
gotten that.
category is
I do
None of
know.
you saw this?
I do know what movie that is, but
It's a teeny person construction.
Let's do this.
I have not seen it. I only happen to know about it because it won so many awards.
Oh man, you guys have to watch that movie. Like no joke, it's
No.
really good.
Kind of creepy.
It's just incredible.
But
Like
yeah,
no
like-
joke.
I'm not surprised Rockman has never heard about
Talk
it,
about
and I'm not
Swords
surprised Doom doesn't know about it.
House.
I thought Doom would, because he's fancy.
He's
It's
fancy,
smaller
but
than
he
Doom
doesn't
has.
have. I don't
What a
know
marvelous
if he has any of the streaming services, like the streaming movies.
True.
It is used for the life.
Tiny houses. Trailer.
Where are those things built
Of
in the
origin
backyards
Black
for kids?
Congratulations. You successfully wrote a sentence.
Tree.
It's smaller than bees.
We all got together and decided.
Is
Oh,
that a treehouse?
Oh, thank God. Wow, wasn't
Oh.
thinking that at all.
I'm over the moon.
I forgot. Which country did Parasite come from? I know it's
This
one
is
of the
the
Asian
last
ones.
turn.
Was it
You got
Korean?
this. The
South
category
Korea,
is
yeah.
place.
South Korean.
It's a sad structure.
Off you go.
2. Mausoleum.
It's where you appreciate the rewinding.
Rockman's son.
Leading Tower
Ground
of
Zero.
Pisa.
Twin Towers.
what? Come on. There you go.
Oh,
Holy moly, you got that fast. Good for you.
wow, Blockbuster.
Where else would you appreciate the rewinding?
Here's the part competitive people like. The scoreboard. The Grandmaster final big winner person is... Celebration noise.
Parasite, isn't it about some people who were going to take care of a house, but then, like, someone was living in our walls or something, and then it just got crazy and people went insane?
I don't know, but since Ratmus is actually here in the chat and able to talk, we're going to do talking points. I've been wanting Ratmus to do this forever.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
All right, Doom.
Enjoy things.
Bye, Doom.
Okay. Well, we got Rockman Song, Ramimi, and Ratmus. Doom's gonna sit out because he's leaving for dinner soon. Lizard or Zoda.
You'll have to join the voice chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in order to play this, it would really, really, really help if you're in the voice chat, so.
It's like right now, it's just kind of like, it's up to you guys. If one of you join, then it is odd.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello. What's up?
Jackbox is up.
School has started again. It was supposed to start Monday, but thankfully they opened the class today, so I was able to actually work on it before the frickin' marathon starts tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good. How many, like, I'm guessing it's a mid-session, like, small week session or something?
It's entirely online. There's like completely all the live sessions are completely optional. You just watch the lecture and do the assignments whenever you have time.
Ah. Yeah, our big whatever for this week was we were told we're probably going to be opened up far more for fall. So it's like, how much do we want to open the library in fall? It's like, It's like, well, students still work their 9 to 5 jobs, so we should probably be open after 5.
Welcome to Talking Points. Looks like we have a real bevy of respected expert speakers. Come on, let's get started. First, you're going to create original speech titles for each other. On your devices, finish the 3 speech titles you've been given. Fill in the blanks with some fun and weird stuff. The weird ones are the most fun.
No, I have not heard Lizard speak yet. Lizard.
No, we have not heard you, Lizard.
Let Lizard Man speak.
Don't forget, you have 3 titles.
Oh,
You hear me now?
Yes.
There are
Yes, we do.
There are 4 of my microphones set up as input devices.
Now,
And I have to cycle through each one of them to find the one that was my
this will
input
be the
device.
title of
LMAO.
Oh, shoot.
presentation. Fabulous. You will be the first
oh,
speaker,
great.
and you will be their assistant. What exactly are you going to be doing? Excellent mind question. As the speaker, you will be presented with a series of slides chosen by the assistant. When you see a text,
Everyone knows how to do this, and if you don't, you'll see right now. Hello, my name is Rockman Respect, and my talk is... Ignore my critics, they're totally wrong about my obsession with randos. See, you might think that the life of Rockman is really stinky and I never wash myself, but you'd be wrong because I totally wash myself in the dryer every day. There's no way you can deny this fact, which is not even the sentence it said, but the hell with it. This is what happens after a night of Rand. I mean, I know I'm no Zoda. That guy plays Rando like way more, but this would be my the end of probably. This is what tomorrow's going to look like. And so here we are at my final point. When I plan out my route in Rando, I dress like the Queen of England, and I write it all out on a whiteboard. And then I know where to go. See, right here, again, I always forget that you can draw on this thing. Right here is Death Mountain, and that's where the Triforce is located. Thank you.
Okay, so half of your score comes from how many times people hit the buttons. Up, down, it doesn't matter. And
I
the
at least
other
had a
half
good
comes
theme
from the
going
amount
with your
of
pictures, so
You know how a graph works. Put it together, and that's your score.
there's a full
And don't
clothing
forget,
thing
the
going on here.
assistant gets points too. Now is the perfect time to fill out a comment card.
And I did want to put
Write
Apex.
something that you took away from the speech, like a funny quote or a comment.
I'm not obsessed
Sorry
with
that
Apex.
I forgot the word Apex.
I can stop whenever I want, except I can't.
On to the next speech.
Lizard Con assisted by Ratmus 1.
Oh. Okay. Hello, my name is Lizard, and my talk is how to find love while up to your neck in children. Sometimes you want to...
Some.
Okay, cool. Sometimes you want to just scream, especially when your dress looks like somebody just photoshopped it on top of you in a really, really bad way. Like it doesn't match the lighting in the room whatsoever.
For your watch.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a watch. when you get mad about this, be sure to not stand over the hole that the contractor left in your bathroom last time you were in there, because you just fall right through. Does this confuse you? I'll put it simply. Sometimes you just can't get past the mess that your child made. Thank you.
The data is coming in. We always end with time for the comment card. Okay, you're up.
Zelda, assisted by Mimi.
Hello, my name is Zodastone, and my talk is... Oh crap, I forgot to check pet. We've all been there. You're going through Turtle Rock, you go to Laser Bridge, you got all the items, trying to access a compass, but wait, he has a pendant and you didn't check pet. Crap, now I have to kill him. I don't want to do that. But I wasn't ready to face the truth, which is that Ped actually had something disconnected. What?
No!
We'll never find out what was on Ped.
No.
Spoilers, it was a red repeat. Why did that happen?
I don't know. My thing like stopped letting me press up, and so I was gonna try and like re-enter, and then y'all weren't. No.
It said room not found.
Yeah, because we'll have to open a new room.
It said some sort of error. It dropped 26 frames.
Weird.
We do.
I need to use the bathroom.
I do too.
Yeah, I was weird. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick the next slide and try to say that whatever the next picture was is what was on ped. But then the next slide button was grayed out.
Yeah, like I had picked a picture, but it didn't give me. Yeah, it wasn't working.
What was the picture?
It was of like a man. It's like the moon looking at the Earth.
Oh god, that's gonna make me like make a Majora crossover or something. Cool. My state is opening things up starting next month. Disneyland will finally open again.
Oof.
Nice.
Oh, look at CD being lazy on the couch.
That's what she was doing earlier.
Ooh.
Tofu.
Hi.
Better come back.
Oh, Kurt Cobain.
I'm trying to think what would be on PED that you would have missed, that you would have gone all the way to Trinex before checking PED.
Mirror, maybe. It's not that important. I just wanted to pick the scenario in which would be the most annoying to have to kill a boss that maybe you don't have to bother killing.
Well, it's like, I think, because you need so many things to get to Trinex, I was thinking maybe Cold Stare would be more reasonable, because you need less things, but still annoying. It's super annoying whenever Hookshot is in ice. I think I had a speed that Hookshot was in Pyramid Fairy, and it wanted me to do Pyramid Fairy. Like, which would have required me doing, like, Torok and stuff, so I could do ice, but I just used my keys very carefully. So I avoided getting Hookshot.
Everybody
Like,
ready?
Game.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Welcome to Talking Points. We have an impressive slate of speakers lined up, and guess what? They are all of you. Let's do this.
All of us.
First, you're going to come up with speech titles for each other. On your devices, finish the 3 speech titles you've been given. Fill in the blanks with something interesting. The weirder, the better. Don't forget, you have multiple titles.
That's sucks because it seemed like in the previous game we had such good prompts. I did not like my prompts this time.
Yeah, I was happy with my prompts last game too.
Okay, yes. Now, pick one of the titles that has been sent to your device. This will be the title of your presentation. Thank you. You will be the first speaker, and you.
I'm sorry I didn't
will
pick
be
one that was
their
pandering to
assistant.
Zoda.
What?
Now I'm very sorry that I didn't pick the one that was pandering to Zoda. Because it was about to be number 1 in Star Tropics. Hello, my name is Song of Luxury, and my talk is Trinex Oil, the key to a better mind, body, and soul. So, as you know, flying into the dungeon room where Trinex is totally the way in which you enter. Because you go straight from that platform made by the cane, red cane, and you just fly in unexpected head first, and you bash your head into into Trinex's main thing and try to break his shell with the sheer power of your skull. And oil is going to help protect you so that you can survive that first initial impact. But cover your ears if you're a coward. If not, listen to this. You buy it with money. A crap ton of money. More than Zora is what you need to buy this Trinex oil stuff. So that you can just fly into the room and just immediately, like, bam, crack this. You don't need ice rod. You don't need fire rod. Nope. Bam. Crack. All that stuff falls off, and then you just gotta do a couple sword swings, and all you need is a butt ton of money. Everyone must do their part. So here's something you can do. You can become a robot and make the Master Sword actually this little gun laser to fire out those sword laser beams. So it's like concentrated Master Sword laser beams coming at you. You're like, pew, pew, pew. And then it's not even sword swipes anymore that you're hitting Trinex with. So oil on your head because you're a robot. And then sword beams out of your shoulder. Bam. New way to beat Trinex, and you don't need to worry about those rods no more. Just need a butt ton of money. Thank you.
Okay, so half of your score comes from engagements. You know, how many times people hit buttons. And the other half comes from the peaks and the valleys of the graph. The qualitative judgment. Put it together, and that's your score. And of course, some points for the assistant. While the speech is still fresh in your mind, let's fill out the comment card. Write something short and funny that you took away from the speech, whether the speaker intended it
I
or
have no
not.
idea if my rating of Zoda means anything. I don't know if it gives him more points.
By its, I don't know.
Tasty hot. That's a good one, Jim. Irish water.
Hello, my name is LizardCon, and my talk is I am the Chosen One, a prophecy foretold that I am Anakin Skywalker. So Padme, how you doing? But honestly, who cares? This is what should happen to Jar Jar. It's coarse, it's powdery, and it gets everywhere. Especially in my prosthetic 2 arms and 1 leg. No, 2 legs. I have a bucket of them. I don't know what it is. All things considered, this is what tomorrow would look like. Apparently Thanos snapped. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk.
Let's see your breath. As always, the ritual ends with thoughtful reflection in the comment card. You are next.
Oh, I'm up and my assistant is Ratmus. That'd be good,
Beautiful.
Ratmus. Hello, my name is Rockman, and my talk is a toast to the happy couple, but I also need to talk about my new Mega Man 2 PB.
Oh, good.
So this is Rockman on the day of his wedding, and I'm wearing a horse mask for some reason. And here's the Mega Man that I'm playing. Song is pissed that I'm late, but I have a good excuse. There's something you two haven't been honest about. Lizard and Doom, I was racing them in Mega Man 2, and they were pissed that I got a PB and beat them, so they came after me with an axe. They're supposed to be my best, man and whatnot. Best man and best lizard. But then they tried to kill me. Before you throw me out, though, I have one last thing to say. Looks like Song found me and took me away from the television and ripped the Mega Man 2. And now we have to get married. Sorry, guys. Thank you.
I also took off the damn horse head.
Let's tally it all up.
No, you're supposed to talk about Zelda 2 with horse head. Because that's totally why Ramus picked it.
Nice.
Come here, let's comment. Next speech.
Alright, finally, Ratmus, it's your turn with Song as assistant.
My name is Ratmus, and my talk is how Skies of Arcadia helped me get over a broken heart. Let's see, I was playing Skies of Arcadia on the, Dreamcast because it's great. So let's see. The sentence I'm about to say might be the 5 most words uttered in the human history. Beaver plus penis equals money. Burn this image into your memory. Good puppies bite. Thank you. Really, that was it?
Let's see how you did. Autograph.
Well, you're supposed to add in stuff, but I think it was good for your first time doing it. I think you know what to expect now.
Comment like you mean it. Next up,
Look, I'm the assistant.
Fuck.
Did that kind of echo, or is that just me?
I don't know, but you're up or me.
Yo, my name's Remy Primus, and my talk is how LARP is changing the way we see the world. See, why do you have movies? Why do you have tabletop when you can LARP, which is basically the same thing, except you're actually doing it? It's perfect exercise. You can even do it while wearing a wedding dress. Why wouldn't you do LARPing? It's so much fun. Yeah. 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 Do it. So, if there are any children in the audience, cover your ears because this is the danger of LARPing. See what happens? If you LARP too hard, you lose your teeth. Look at this granny, okay? She was like, I love LARPing, I've never done it before, it's accessible for all ages. You can't go too hard.
Okay.
I'm more worried about how much
Be
fruit she's showing.
careful.
Here.
So, all of these points leads to one essential truth about LARPing. It is better than VR. And it saves you money. You're welcome, nerds.
let's look at the graph.
Off the charts.
Say what? Save it for the comments. The stage is yours.
Let's hope it doesn't cut off again for Zoda with Assistant Wizard.
Hopefully. Hello, my name is Zoda Stone, and my talk is the only explanation for Skyward Sword HD is aliens. What even is that? Is that an armadillo? I think it's armadillo. So armadillo plus Lego house. So what do these two things have in common? Well, one of them is very secluded, and one of them is made out of very many itty-bitty pieces, which is exactly Nintendo's thought process when it goes into making new games. So, and Nintendo. There are many questions to consider, but I'll answer the only one I like. You see this emu out in the middle of nowhere. This couple sitting on this couch is exactly like Nintendo's fan base. Nobody was expecting them to actually remake Skyward Sword HD, and nobody was expecting to do it with button controls. The emu really is button controls. Why is this? Well, obviously, it's because Nintendo is all about the motion controls. Like this lady, she's just out here with her Wii remote. Like, oh, look at me, I'm sitting on my Wii remote, I'm doing Wii bowling and stuff. This is the best thing ever. And the emu was like, no, buttons. And if that wasn't enough to blow your mind, chew on this. All of these meerkats are waiting in line at GameStop to buy a Skyward Sword HD because they were all like, holy crap, they did it. Now I can finally play Skyward Sword with normal controls, and maybe, just maybe, it will suck slightly less, except for the story and the pacing and the side quests. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter. Who cares? We have to do Skyward Sword. Yay. Except for this guy. This guy's a scalper. He has the devil horns. He's first in line. He's going to buy all the copies at GameStop. He's going to sell them at $1 billion. So all these other meerkats. So unhappy. Thank you.
Here's the graph. Witty comments time. One last bit of prep before the award ceremony. Name the big award you're going to give out. Do me a favor and give it a funny name. I made a quick slideshow to let us relive all of these awesome speeches. And now, the moment of truth. Each one of you has one last big award to bestow, and that includes the audience. Isn't it nice when your opinion matters? And now, at last, the very serious and important prizes.
Don't use filters, so I don't have to worry about that.
We got a winner, and honestly, I'm blushing.
Hey.
GG. But let's switch to some Quiplash.
You can leave your friends behind. We could. Good flogging.
Welcome to Quiplash 3, The Wrath of Schmitty. My name's Schmitty, and I provide something of a concierge service for a price. And remember, you still get to vote if you're in the audience. Type in that room code to join. Round 1 is upon us. You'll answer 2 prompts on your device in any way you want, and then each of your responses will square off against someone else's. The remaining players vote on their favorite. Easy, right? Points are scored based on the percentage of people who choose your response. Let's quip.
Oh, jeez.
Time's almost up. Use a safety quip if you're stuck.
10 seconds.
Let's take a peek, shall we? Prompt number
Wait, did I?
1
Wait, how
is
far back is my stream?
the best way to set
I
the
hit enter,
mood
but I
is
saw
to
myself
turn
still
down
on
the
the screen.
lights and
Oh,
turn up the blank. Okay, time to choose. And next is a fun nickname for tampons. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
God.
I thought it was going to be Lizard when he said, "Oh God." So I was like,
Yeah.
got it.
Bushy booty.
I didn't know, but
Okay, choose your favorite. Let's keep it going. The most boring
Sticks.
reality
Cotton
TV
sticks to
contest
work.
will feature competitive blank. And now, pick your favorite.
Spoken like someone who's never watched a proper mukbang.
Wouldn't that be like an eating contest?
Seriously, I don't even
And
understand
now,
people streaming Pokemon
You're
Go.
12 years
It's so
old
boring.
and you just got a blank
Yeah.
check. What's the first thing you're buying? All right, vote for the one you like best.
The Zoom's not playing this right now.
Dream big, kids.
Next, mother calls you a toddler tyrant when you blank. All right, choose your favorite. Now that round 1 is a distant memory, let's move on to the scores. Next up is a little thing I call round 2. Prompts are more out there, and the points are doubled.
They're more out there than nicknames for tampons?
God, what's her name?
Oh my. Shit. Just a few seconds left.
10 seconds.
Came up with a good one,
Okay,
but I
the
didn't have
writing
time.
phase is in the books. I hope you didn't embarrass yourself. At the front of the line is... How do a pair of mismatched cops pass the time on a stakeout? Punch in your vote.
Did we lose her, Mimi?
And next,
Mimi, you there?
if this player started a religion,
Yeah.
it would be called the Church of Blank. All right, people, it's voting time.
The Church of Break Time, the National Pool Tour of Latter-day Saints has got to be the worst church ever.
I was trying to think
The
of
church
the
is
pool game.
Yoda?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Time to pick the one you like best.
How dare you not know who Shania Twain is?
I actually couldn't read her first name correctly in my head when I was looking at it. So when I actually looked up who she, I was like, oh, that person. But I was like, in my head, just like seeing her name, I didn't have it like phonetically in my head what her name was.
Gotcha.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Who you got to pick?
So I was reading it like Shane.
Let's see the next one. Let's be honest.
Shane Queen.
Hard not to get
I was
into
like,
a van
what?
with blank on it. Half of winning this game is just showing up. Here's some points. Next we have an absolutely scathing review for an eraser. At least one of you did the work. Enjoy some points. We're 2/3 of the way there. Let's see where you stand. inside and behold, whiplash. A final round stuffed to the gills with points. You'll each get a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. Don't screw it up, okay?
Wish Doom had got this prompt instead of me.
Let's proceed, shall we? 3 terrifying things to stumble across in the woods. And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
Ooh,
These are both good answers.
yeah.
Do I go with the pandering?
Especially if
Nice.
you pulled off a mask and was Ash's
You're
mom.
becoming boring.
Wow.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
Zodagist himself.
3 ways to stop yourself from crying at a Pixar movie.
I would have liked that one better.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
I knew we had the same
Nothing to do now but see those final scores.
Kalima.
But did I win?
The teardrop ones. You make me do teardrop songs. I find it amusing.
Okay, I'm gonna go leave so I can eat something.
Alright.
Enjoy food.
I'm having some za, so I'm happy.
Nice. I'm thinking about making some za next week.
Jelly.
No, lasagna, not jelly.
They call lasagna za now?
I think so.
You guys need to speak
Was
English.
was Mimi? Oh, maybe pizza.
Yeah, I think she meant pizza.
Okay.
Lasagna pizza.
Yeah,
Since we have
I don't.
players.
I said I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say since there are 5 people, might as well do this.
Ratmus, I believe Ratmus will be making lasagna for sometime around Easter.
Nice.
Um,
Put some egg in it.
Ratmus, what's your recipe there?
There is egg mixed with the ricotta cheese.
Yeah, I haven't had pizza in a little while though.
Welcome to Blather Round, the game where friends become family and family becomes double family. You're going to present a secret.
What about
and
Olive
Josh
Garden?
Already know how to play. Onward. Round 1. First up, choose the prompt you'd like to present.
Ooh.
If you pick a harder prompt, you'll get more points if someone guesses
Let's
it.
go with the easy one.
Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt. On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Pick words to build a sentence describing your prompt, and then tap submit when you're finished. You can always change your mind. Just tap the word again to take it out. Guess what? You're going first. The category
I knew
is
I was.
person.
They're terrifying somebody.
Get going on those guesses. That means
Jesus.
everyone in the audience too.
The devil.
They are known for their writing.
All the cool words were invited to that sentence. Moody.
I can't mark one.
Edgar Allan Poe. J.K. Rowling.
Real life. Alcohol.
Donkey Kong.
They're younger than both.
When the presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you
Stephen
get
King.
points for being helpful.
Jungle Book.
What
He's
was
so
the name of
charming.
that?
It. Captain Cold.
Horror novel.
They have the same vibe as Stephen King.
Wow, what a long sentence.
Overhyped.
Who's a famous horror novel writer besides Stephen King?
Clancy.
Oliver Stone.
Frankenstein.
I'm not good on writers to begin with, and
I don't know if it's a writer.
medicine is screwing my brain.
The timer stops for no one. Get those guesses in. Click the skip button to get it.
They write about topics like horror novel writer.
Rocky.
Oh.
Jackie Chan.
Only a few seconds left.
You wrote Dracula.
No idea.
Dang it.
Failure on the first turn never feels great, but it's good for your skin.
RSTLNE?
Some answer and thought,
Oh,
that
Oral
makes sense.
Stein.
Then hit my bad on your
Did somebody
die.
guess there was a typo?
They're younger than book I thought would convey young readers.
The category
Oh,
is
no, that did
story.
not. I was just kind of like, does that mean it's not an author?
It's a story about an incredible circumstance club.
Off you go.
Babysitter Club.
Baby. But
And a
What
scary
did I
cliche.
say? Did I type club right?
Fight Club.
No, you did not.
Adventures in Babysitting. Treehouse Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Moody.
Oops, I stabbed Grandma again. Live action.
It's kind of similar to Adventures in Babysitting.
Karate Kid.
The hero involves the underside.
Is it,
Super Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah, I was
Right.
going to guess that next.
Nice job.
I never saw the show though.
oh.
That was great. And everyone who contributed a helpful guess gets some points too.
I'm helping.
They picked place.
The It's a hot place.
Let's get the presentation started.
Florida.
Jesus
Section.
and King.
So,
Equator.
Mexico.
Greece.
it's where you look at the desert kingdom.
Texas.
What?
Animal Kingdom.
It has the same vibe as Sahara.
If there were a Blather Round Hall of Fame, you'd be in it.
Us.
Congratulations! You have inferred meaning from words arranged in a particular structure. I've got just the thing. Ha! The category is thing.
It's a not humongous solid.
And we're off.
Maiden.
Ice cube.
Ice.
Good thing. It is the oval.
DNA.
White House.
Egg.
Snake. Snake. Snout egg.
Diamond.
It's kind of similar to ice. Food.
Between iron shapes.
Hockey rink.
Glass yard.
Robert Van Winkle.
Sap.
Talk about not sour multicolored.
Ooh, I'm jealous of that sentence.
Jelly bean.
Coral.
Candy.
Popsicle.
It's kind of similar to jelly bean. It is the mince.
M&M. MS.
M and MS.
Altoids.
Guinea mint.
Grasshoppers.
It's a lot like our toys.
We all got together and decided we
Done.
love that sentence. Oh, time is ticking. Hurry.
Like we're all dancing around it, whatever it is.
One of those things.
I was going with chiclets.
Each sentence more beautiful than the last.
I forgot those came in multicolors.
Let's finish this round
Yeah,
strong.
not usually all at once. So it's where
Ring,
those
ding,
really
ding.
rough.
You're guessing a thing.
The one that I always got was orange.
It's a wonderful not old gizmo.
Here we go again.
iPhone.
Phone.
Computer. My dad.
It symbolizes the shape. TV.
Hologram.
Dough.
Cookie cutter. Talk about independent.
Oh, what a marvelous sound.
Cell phone.
Sadie.
Yoga pants. It seeks the debris.
I was like, I'm gonna skip this until I get trash.
Now that everyone's gone once, let's check out the scoreboard. Ooh, this is going to be a battle. Whose idea was this? All right, mine. Buckle up, babies. It's round 2. As a little treat, I'll give you double the points this time. By now, you're practically an expert at picking prompts.
Oh.
If you're having trouble choosing a prompt, you must write a sentence
I was
to
not going
describe
to
your new
pick
prompt.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Did you know that you can scroll the lists up and down? You might have more words than you think.
something to get more words?
You just click on more words.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, it took me playing this game several times and realizing that's what they meant by saying more words.
Story time.
And like watching other people make more complex sentences, and I was like, oh.
It's a story about a terrifying creature dilemma.
Here we go.
Godzilla
Parasite. Detective Pikachu.
and an absurd reigning crisis.
Rapnus, what's that movie you hate with the Rubik's Cube?
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Super 8.
Cloudy with a chance of them. Down.
Super 8.
It has the same vibe as Godzilla and Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Cartoon.
Super 8.
Live action Kong. 2000s.
Oh, what's that movie?
Whoa. An airborne jaw.
Oh, what a tasty sentence.
Warhorse.
Wow.
I'm like, come on, guys.
Snakes on a plane. Oh, okay.
I forgot that even existed.
I did too.
I've
Well,
never
y'all
seen
hoping
such
to
a
do-
boring application of
I've entered it before mainly as a joke, and I've never seen it as an actual prompt.
Come on, an absurd reigning crisis.
I mean, what you wrote was perfect, yeah.
Perfect.
They're an angry human.
Here we
Moses.
go.
Jesus.
Rock.
Yes, Moses was very known for being
They're
angry.
known for the acting.
Oh, we had one yesterday that we couldn't remember Moses. Like we'd written
Jack Nicholson.
Noah and stuff, but we like kept forgetting Moses, and Mom was going insane. Who's the little short fat guy?
Nope.
He does like Sunny in
He's
Philadelphia and
so
stuff.
What's that sentence?
Danny DeVito.
Thank you.
Hitchcock.
Who's the guy that we had the command for? Mickey Rooney.
He's the fashion man.
Matt Frewer.
They're kind of similar to Jack Nicholson and Al Pacino.
Who's the guy who was in Scarface?
Christian Slater.
Plays
Who?
Rocky.
That was Al Pacino.
Stallone.
Time is running out.
Oh, wow, that's actually it.
Oh, I thought I ran out of time.
Oh,
No, I was trying to get something about Mother.
Damn, you destroyed that round. The category is person.
They're a dark symbol.
Well, that was
What?
easy.
God damn.
That was quick.
Rockman.
That was a timeshare situation.
Stop sharing the same brain.
You can't see me right now, but I'm smiling wide. And I'm wearing a snake like a scarf. The category is story.
Couldn't even get Jesus in.
It's a story
Well,
about a
it's
cruel,
Jesus.
exciting, mean place.
Let's
I didn't
do
misspell
this.
Jesus just then.
Superman.
And a humongous entity.
Misery.
Movie. James and the Giant Peach.
James and the Giant Peach. Bill and Ted 2.
It's nothing like James and the Giant Peach.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Ghostbusters.
teaching the giant James.
Whoa. A scaly recreated fossil reptile.
We are out
Now
when
that's a sentence.
I shouldn't even need to type anything more. Yeah, I just put down my mouse and I'm like, you don't get it from that.
I'm so
Yeah,
proud
for the
of you
second
for doing
S.
the words like that and making the sentences so good. Time for the final presentation. The category is person. Perfect. I happen to be a person myself.
They're a fictionally person.
And so it begins.
Frosty the Snowman.
Dr.
The
Wiley.
Goodbye Dream.
The Grinch. They are renowned for the movie personality.
Live action.
Center. Fiction.
Mr. Grinch.
Adam Sandler.
Cartoon. Happy Gun.
They're a lot like character. Jim Carrey. Will Ferrell.
Swansea. Sonic.
Jim Candy.
Mario.
Tracy.
'90s. '80s.
Guy Riley.
They're nothing like Will Ferrell.
Movie.
Nothing like Will Ferrell. Okay,
Steve
Rob
Buscemi.
Schneider.
Known for the dripping wet vessel.
Leonardo.
Hmm.
Gollum.
Steven Seagal.
Sean Connery.
Leonardo
Time
DiCaprio.
is running out. Time to take some big swings.
Action movie. Comedy.
Aerosmith.
Yellow Elf is about
They're nothing like comedy. Yo. DiCaprio.
Time is almost up.
Eden.
And they are famous for the gold.
You always won. Dumb.
Oh, jeez. Where did we get that?
Congratulations
Oh.
on participating. Time for the moment of truth. Our marvelous, fabulous winner is... Nice job, acquaintance. Thanks for playing. Now it's time for my dinner. I'm finally going to try spider.
How does everyone feel? I need a break or want more blather round or let's take a quick break.
I saw that somebody was streaming Dragon Quest III, and I wanted to check it out real quick. It's a VTuber.
Oh.
I just snoped out of there.
I watched somebody beat Skyward Sword for the first time today. It was very painful.
Oh.
That final boss is just dumb. Makes no sense. Somebody made the theme from one of the Skies of Arcadia dungeon/cave areas into a music track from Majora Rando, so that's in the mix now on my end.
Nice.
Rockmania, tell us what you're eating.
Do I now?
Yeah, because we know it's you being crunchy.
Welcome to Blather the game that's easy if you don't think too hard. So it should be easy for this group. You're going to present a secret prompt. Live? You'll describe it to everyone else with sentences like this one. Oh, okay. You know this. Let's play. Round one. Pick a prompt. Don't be scared. You'll do great. Hard prompts are worth more, but easy prompts take less of an emotional toll. Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt. On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Tap all the words you want to include in your sentence, and then tap Submit when you're finished. Oh, and you can choose more than 1 word in each column if you want to get creative. Okay, you'll be our first presenter. The category is story.
It's a story about a vibrant young human.
I'm just typing your guesses. That means everyone in the audience, too. In the meantime, the presenter will write another sentence.
Who's me? Jesus.
Copy.
Jack Sauer.
No rush, other than the timing.
Nicholas.
And a cute young luxury romance. Titanic.
Romeo and Juliet.
When the presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you get points.
Gone in 60 seconds. Romeo and Juliet.
For keeps. Whoa. An animated pigtail.
I absolutely adore them.
Sticky Moonstone.
Pippi Longstockings.
The hero is the star maid.
Yeah, I knew Rock would get it.
I got that faster if I wasn't having trouble typing from being drunk.
Yeah. I saw Star Maid and I was like, yes.
Pigtail. Oh, those types of
The
pigtails.
category is person. It could
I
be
was thinking
celebrity,
like oink oink.
fictional
I was very
character, anyone.
Their recent crew of body.
Here we go.
Jesus.
Scooby-Doo. They are renowned for the competition.
Shroud. Scrappy Doo. Slug. Movie. Rocky. Politics.
They're nothing like Trump.
Business. Jim Carrey.
He's so breathing.
A mini sentence from Maximum Impact.
Joe Biden. Olympics.
They're a lot like sports.
Barry Bonds.
Michael Jordan. Michael Phelps.
LeBron James.
Tom Brady.
Keanu Reeves. They're kind of similar to Michael Phelps.
Wow, that's a jumbo sentence.
Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lochte.
And they are celebrated for the sponsorship.
The Subway Guy.
Get your guesses in before this thing wraps up.
John. They would be friends with Michael Jordan. Lance Armstrong. They're a heartbreaking specimen.
Time is almost up. Y'all bring the drama, and that's what I
Really?
like about you.
Wasn't giving me anything about golf or car accidents.
Michael Phelps had me on the.
Nice work.
It had to do with
You
water.
contributed
Like,
a
I know
guess
nothing
that
about
got you.
swimmers.
You're getting some points too.
Well, I
Well, you
felt
know, Rock.
cool, so I knew you meant someone who had done something bad, and I was like, I couldn't think of any bad people.
It's a dark, youthful pop culture place.
Time to begin.
Really?
I would have got that faster except for Frito's hands.
That was bad.
This gave me the right number of words in the first sentence.
Nice. Give each other a pat on the back. And hey, give yourself a pat on the front.
Must have just
This
been.
is gonna be a person. Delightful. I love people.
They're a fictional blend, not human.
Let's get the presentation started.
Jesus. For keeps.
They look down on the festivity. Sport.
The Grinch.
Dancer.
Scrooge.
Silly.
Coco. Coco.
Corner.
Coco the Late Night.
He's so resurrected.
I want to marry that sentence,
Zeus.
but no kids.
Seriously?
Oh.
My brother used that before. And Rock was like, what?
No, I did that to your brother, I think.
Solid performance.
It was one of the
Respect
two,
you
and it was
and
funny.
You're the last presenter this round.
But now we know what
Category is
resurrected means
story.
Spock. Not Jesus.
It's a story about a friendly short being.
Here we go again.
Tom Thumb.
One of these days it's going to be Tom Thumb, I swear.
And a fantastic miracle.
Star Urkel.
Movie.
Peter Pan.
It's nothing like Hobbit.
The Mandalorian.
Gully.
Jack and Beanstalk.
Disney.
Whoa. A juvenile, strange live action freak.
Oh, what a tasty sentence.
Meatballs.
It's kind of similar to The Mandalorian.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Harry Potter.
Soup.
Everybody's had a turn. Let's see the scoreboard. Look at all those numbers. They certainly mean things in relation to each other. You bet. Round 2. More time to make me proud. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm already proud. Points are doubled. These round 2 prompts are juicy, you lucky ducks.
Oh,
The prompt that seems
this
like
is
the most
perfect because
fun, or the one that seems the least scary.
this is something we were talking about recently when Song was not there.
Thanks.
Yeah. I didn't know what two of
Time
mine
is
were.
ticking. Hurry, hurry. If you don't pick a prompt in time, I do it for you. Write a sentence to describe your new prompt. Tap a word to put it in your sentence. Tap it again to take it out. You got this.
Okay, one of mine was a soccer player.
One of mine was a gymnast, but I knew who she was.
It's your turn again. The category is story.
It's a story about a not-tall curiosity protagonist.
Here we go.
Tom Thumb. Hobbit.
Curious George.
Tom Cruise. And an incredible adoption.
Still not Tom Thumb. Gremlins. Star Urkel.
Superman.
One. Clifford. Movie. Clifford.
One. A scrawny, beastly child.
Ooh,
Moses.
sentence is a beauty.
Tarzan.
It has the same vibe as movie.
Fiction. Real life. Where the wild things are. Old movie. New movie.
The stage. To hear
Oh! Okay, I put Tarzan, and it stopped.
Sorry, not Tarzan.
Oh, that's fine.
Find it, put it in
Yeah,
a
that's fine.
museum. category is place.
It's a bad event.
Here we go.
Library. Barnaby.
What do you mean by that?
It's where you observe the individual writing.
Kentucky Double.
It's nothing like library.
Pull up.
So much road.
100.
That was quick.
Is it Rockman Ratmus thing?
Yes. This round is just like my steak. Well done. And slathered in Alfredo. The category is place.
It's a humongous building.
And we're off.
I heard of Pokemon Dystopia.
Seas Tower.
It's where you view the situation.
Costco.
Skywalk.
Pizza.
So much rectangle.
Jersey Shore.
Empire State Building. Trump Tower.
Sears Building. Hoover Dam.
It's nothing like an Empire State Building.
That's a fancy sentence, Professor.
World Trade Center. Grand Hilton.
This place has an extreme crowd. Mount Everest. It's nothing like Jackbox.
Mall. Highfield Tower.
It's where you have the popcorn.
Congratulations. You successfully wrote a sentence.
Movie theater. Movie. It's a brand name version of movie theater. No!
All right, Song, tell everyone what I already told them about how you hate IMAX that calls itself IMAX. It's not real IMAX.
Yeah, it was like those movie theaters now, like regular movie theaters saying they have IMAX is bullshit. IMAX has like 6,000 or more like 6 or something of these huge speakers and like it's 3 stories or more high of a friggin' thing and it's huge. It's not something that fits in movie theater. It is a not bad place.
It's where you get fitted with the crowd.
Heaven. Hell.
That was actually the thing.
Yeah. I got 2 mall stores in a row.
Okay, so I can continue on with my IMAX stuff. So yeah, just I think those places say, oh, it's IMAX and whatever. I'm like, no, this is a regular movie theater screen, and you're bullshitting me.
Presentation, so make it count. The category is thing.
IMAXs are supposed to be much, much, much bigger.
It's an incredible hard utensil.
Here we go.
Liverpool.
Oh, it slurps the overall.
Flat scratcher.
It's a lot like fork and knife.
I think our audience is getting warmer.
I typed spoon and nothing. Because I'm typing it in chat. God damn it.
Robots.
Just couldn't handle the rage of an old
Y'all won't believe this, but the winner is...
I'm gonna stop eating this.
Thanks for playing. Now it's time for my dinner. A very thick lasagna. Hold the noodles.
Lasagna? You mean za? back to him. The code is I fucked.
I think it's 60 now.
I'm good sitting out.
My mob duties. Hello.
Welcome to Blather Round. The last time I had this much fun, I raised a sea otter in my bathtub. You're going to present a secret prompt. Live? You know how to play? Let's go. Round 1, coming right up. Time to choose your prompt. FYI, the harder prompts are worth more. Now you're going to craft a sentence that describes your prompt. On your device, you'll see 2 word columns. Pick words to build a sentence describing your prompt, and then tap Submit when you're finished. You can always change your mind. Just tap the word again and take it out.
Neat.
You're the first sacrifice. Player. Player is what I said. The category is person.
They're an older, amazing person.
Now the fun really begins. Start guessing.
Jesus.
That means everyone in the audience, too.
They are renowned for the movie.
A perfectly plump sentence.
Saruman. Politic. Singer. Samuel.
They're a lot like Hector.
When the presenter uses your guess in a sentence, you get points.
Liam Neeson.
Sydney Poitier.
They're so living.
Jamie
Drama.
Owens.
Comedy.
They're kind of similar to Liam Neeson.
That sentence is a 3-course meal.
Patrick Mahone. James Earl Jones.
Hugh McGregor.
Known for the legendary Daddy.
Adam Sandler.
Patrick Stewart.
They have the same vibe as comedy.
Henry Cavill can be my daddy.
And they are known for the comedy acting.
We can all agree we love that sentence. You haven't got long left.
They appear on screen with John Candy.
Chevy Chase.
Adam Sandler.
They're an older person.
Time is almost up.
2 seconds left.
There you go.
Hey.
Can't believe John Candy actually
Great
helped.
job, everyone. And hey,
Planes,
here are some
trains, and
points for
automobiles,
everyone
right?
who contributed a helpful guess.
Totally. Never seen it.
That movie was
Category is
Martin
place,
and
this
like,
is the place to be.
It's
Jump
the
on the
uncultured
house.
place.
Off you go.
White House. Hill.
Haunted topic.
Helen.
Disney.
Rome.
It's where you travel for the bridge.
Suncoast. New York. Forever 21.
We're in the presence of a guessing genius.
I was gonna say Golden Gate Bridge, but it needed to be not as specific.
Our Dirty Harry was set.
Fancy words.
I did good on that pinball table.
Bang.
It's a sizzling,
Oh,
delicious
yeah.
object.
And so it begins.
Steak.
Jesus. Bible.
Steak.
The sun.
Fajitas. Burger.
Eggs. Onion.
Fun.
It has a container.
Dry.
What wine to pair with it? Chinese food.
Danger.
Egg. Ketchup. Talk about doughy.
Aw,
Nuggets.
look how little that sentence is.
Fish sandwich.
I forgot the
Big
onions.
Macs.
Donut balls.
Dumplings.
Donuts.
Deep dish pizza.
Donuts.
Sourdough.
Pancakes.
Gnocchi.
Lactose. It has the brand name. Sororities. It's kind of similar to pizza.
Well
Big
done on that.
Oh, microwave technology.
Someone called the Olympics. That
Calzone.
Oh, I was trying to.
only got that because my sister-in-law had that one on Thursday. And
Oh.
we didn't get it. She was like, it is a beige rectangle goo. And none of us were like, what?
I was trying to type DiGiorno.
you're guessing a person.
Yeah, I figured people might try to guess pizza brands, but there are pizza hot pockets.
I was like convinced it was like Totino's pizza rolls.
Let's do this.
And she's just going, no!
Twiggy.
Mega Man.
They are renowned for the teacher.
Gems.
Fictional.
Gandhi.
They're kind of similar to Jesus, the Scout Fire, McGonagall, Robbie Williams.
Moses.
Genie.
Moses. Fun. Hades.
Don't keep us in suspense.
He's a Mac patient.
An amuse-bouche of a sentence. Love it.
Matt Patient? What?
Matt.
They
I can't believe Matt Patient actually made sense.
Oh.
Yeah, it made sense.
Whoa.
Now we're talking. Let's do another 100 of these to celebrate.
I was figuring Matt would get you to painting.
It was like, who could be a teacher similar to Jesus and has something to do with painting? Oh.
Here we go again.
Jesus.
Luigi. Superman.
Frodo.
I feel so bad when it's something like a fictional person and I put Jesus and my brother's mother-in-law is there.
Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck. Goofy. Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
They're kind of similar to Mickey Mouse. Minnie Mouse.
Mighty Duck Fox.
I mean, Excelsior.
She's so high pitched.
That sentence is a work of art.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Daisy Duck.
Elsa. Bird. Levi.
Little Mermaid.
Pocahontas.
Ariel.
They're nothing like Disney and Little Mermaid.
Oh, but they're similar to Mickey Mouse?
Finally.
I would not have thought of that.
When it comes to writing sentences, you're the alpha.
Wait, how did you figure that out?
It had to be a female character who wasn't Disney with a high-pitched voice. And they were probably a classic cartoon character, so that was where my mind eventually went.
It's a long line.
Let's get the presentation started.
Hell, Disneyland.
Battle, Disney World, Disney.
It's where you journey for the rim.
About Six Flags
19
movie
minutes.
theater.
Mario Kart,
Go karts.
NASCAR, COVID vaccination line,
Go kart.
Indy 500,
Roller coaster. Hill.
So much asphalt signage.
What a fabulous sentence you've made.
Horse races. Freeway.
racetrack, Mario Kart.
Highway. NASCAR.
There you go.
I was like, really famous road could it be? Ah, shit.
It's Rock getting Batman?
Now the
Like,
first
How'd you get
round's
that,
done.
Rockman? How'd you get Batman?
Get the score.
If I remember, I'll try to clip it.
It was the dark symbol. It was the prompt.
Yeah, Ramus is like, he's the dark symbol, and I immediately typed Batman before anyone could think.
A rock song tie.
Pick a new prompt.
Okay.
The pro tip, if you don't know what one of the prompts
Oh
is,
my god, that is even worse.
I know, I got bad ones too. Well, if I
I-
fail, I'm gonna fail in blazing glory.
I got 3 new ones, and all 3 of them are good. I don't know which one to pick.
Oh, see, I did get 3 new ones, and all of them were bad. All 6.
Yeah, same.
when you run out of time, I pick your prompt for you.
Like, I'm gonna have to hope that somebody
Write a
knows
sentence
more
to
about this than
describe your
I
new
do.
prompt. If you really want to fine tune, tap individual words in your sentence and change them.
Well, was it yesterday? I did do Sam's errand, and my brother did get it after digital roly poly. He's a powerful ball. And then he's like,
Hurry, hurry.
I tried to do that when I got that prompt, but it didn't work out.
well, luckily, like I think earlier
Category
on,
is
someone had done something that
links.
was like Link or whatever. So luckily, I had like they're similar to Link.
Oh.
So I was luckily on the right place.
Bio done.
Hill.
Spot, wrong,
Krakatoa.
Sahara Desert. It's where you sail for the ocean.
east,
Jet stream.
bay,
Mediterranean.
Brazil,
It has the same vibe as West. So much archipelago.
Amazon.
What a marvelous sentence.
Hawaii.
Japan,
Ah,
I'm surprised they gave me archipelago.
yeah, that's a very specific word.
I was gonna put Alaska, but then I saw that it was warm, and I was like, no, that can't be
High-five
right.
each other. Hug the
I was
dog.
about to say it's close to Brazil, and was hoping I would start naming islands.
Yes.
Story. Time to attend the tale.
I also hope y'all knew Western
Yeah,
Hemisphere.
that's what
It's
I
a
was
story
thinking.
about
Yeah.
a bad
Okay,
travel
good.
beast.
Off you go.
Movie.
Beauty and the Beast,
Harry and the Hendersons.
And a secretive situation.
Mario 3D was Bowser's Fury, Download.
It's nothing like Beauty and the Beast.
Live action.
Gremlins.
90s. Walt Disney.
Whoa. A
It's
frightening
not an easy
environment.
one.
You have a way with words.
It's not for me.
It's a lot like 90s.
As a predator.
Horror.
The hero has the conspiracy. Rock.
Oh, so
What, that was really it?
I was thinking if anyone got it, it would be you.
You should
Yeah, I don't know about
seriously
Bad
think
Trouble
publishing
Beast,
that.
but other than that,
Yeah, I don't know enough about the show to give good clues, but I didn't like any of the other ones that I had.
It's a blanky blank.
Here we go.
Blank.
Remy, meet me, Alice.
We need more than that.
Jesus.
It is used for the phenomenon. Big Bang.
Dousing rod.
Tornado. Twerking.
Do. John Travolta.
Me. It's nothing like Big Bang. Gag it.
Little bang.
Talk about Mary.
What a sweet little sentence.
Ornament.
Santa's sleigh.
It's nothing like John Travolta. Santa's workshop.
Christmas tree. A same person.
It epitomizes the character.
Santa Claus.
Sherlock Holmes.
Place.
T-shirt. It's kind of similar to animal.
What a fabulous sentence you've made.
wait, did Remus put Muppet? Did Remus put Muppet and I gave him Muppet?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Muppet.
It's like, I was like, oh, a Muppet.
That Pootie Tang.
The
I just want to
category
talk.
is person.
They're a living, humongous body. Most.
Here we go.
Jesus.
I've seen that movie. I watched that movie like once and never wanted to watch it again.
Elephant.
They are famous for the manhood.
The Rock. Yeti. Rick James.
Auburn. They're a lot like the Rock. The Bronco.
David. Actor.
He's so invisible. Hawthorne.
Yeah.
The last one kind of gives it away.
You succeeded in making wonderful memories with friends.
He's so invisible.
The category is
You can't
story.
see.
It's a story about a good adventure sport.
Time to begin.
The Bible. Goonies. The Goonies.
Power Ranger.
1300. Lord of the Rings.
And an evil entity.
Stranger Things. Alien.
Suicide Squad.
It's a lot like the Goonies.
Wow. Babysitter's Club. Lord of the Rings.
1. A superior monster.
Ooh, I'm jealous of that sentence.
Cloverfield.
And a good time was had by all. One more presentation left. The category is a story.
It's a story about a strong human.
The story of Jesus.
Hercules.
Hercules.
Superman. Batman. Superman.
And an amazing power.
Woman.
Gene Roddenberry's
Ant-Man. Xena, Warrior Princess. Iron Man. Hero.
It's kind of similar to Hercules.
Cat. Hellbound.
But not Xena, huh?
Whoa, a knockout.
What a sweet little sentence. So small, so cute.
David and Goliath.
Captain America.
Superhero. Andrea.
It's a lot like movie.
Superman.
Do better.
X-Men.
Big Hero 6. Cartoon. 2000s.
It's a different genre than superhero.
The amount of
God.
sentence in that sentence is
Captain
astounding.
in 1980s.
Unbreakable.
Eventually, there's a brawny jock.
Hmm.
There you go.
Here's the part competitive people like. The scoreboard. And the crowd goes to...
Really? I didn't think I won that.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for playing. Play again anytime you want. You own the game. It's free. You're losing money when you don't play it.
Whoa. That's not how sunk costs work. Do you guys want to play another blather round or switch to Quiplash or
Whatever.
Either way.
What?
I get you a quick break though.
Flip a coin. I can't talk.
Back. You're the best group that's ever played this game. Don't tell the other groups.
I hit start again, but we can take our time if you need to
No, don't worry.
get a drink or something.
No rush.
After this, we could take a break to switch to Quiplash. And,
Pick the prompt you're
One of
most
my
familiar
prompts, I
with.
don't even know what it
Close
is.
your eyes, stab the screen, and scream. Time to write your first sentence. Don't worry too much. This is your starter sentence. Soon, we'll move on to the main course.
I'm not going to go very late tonight with my drowsiness and all.
Okay.
The drowsiness.
Yes.
If you don't get mine right away, I'm gonna be sad.
Is it Batman?
Like, real sad.
If y'all don't get mine, I don't blame you.
Guess
Terrible.
what? You're going first.
I'm thinking one specific person will get mine.
It's me, right?
It's the story
Telling
about
you.
actual fate.
And so it
Daddy.
begins.
Majority.
And an upsetting timeline.
Final Fantasy 15. Brave, Molly. Star Wars.
Majora's Mask.
It has the same vibe as Star Wars.
Crisis on live action.
One, a metallic war monster.
I absolutely adore that sentence.
Man and his time traveling.
The Iron Giant.
It's kind of similar to Back to the Future.
Oh,
Bill and Ted.
got it.
Next.
Metallic war monster.
Oh,
Got it.
going to embroider these sentences onto my favorite hanky.
1997.
I'm going to mail it to Jimmy Carter.
Totally.
Oh, the cruel fate. Oh.
The category is story.
Isn't that the name of, like, isn't that, like, the title of the second one?
It's a story about a speedy family.
That's Judgment Day.
Dark Fate was the
Dark
recent
Fate,
one,
yeah.
I think.
The Flash.
I'm a thick character.
How is that not The Incredibles?
Incredible.
What does Rockman know about
It's
The
nothing
Incredibles?
like the Incredibles.
I know that it's a story about a speedy family and a thick character.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's all I know.
We're supposed to get this early. It's gonna
Wow,
be
that
sad.
sentence could fit in the palm of my hand.
Superhero? Movie. But Elastigirl is thick.
Fantastic Four.
Macho guy.
Simple.
It's nothing like superhero.
Speedy family that's macho. Macho guy.
The hero drives the gimmick.
Cartoon.
Disney.
It can't be this.
Speed Racer. Initial D.
Gone in 60 seconds.
You know this!
Fast and Furious.
I've never seen a Fast and Furious movie.
Neither have I, but I saw that Mario Kart dub and that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
You told me that I was wrong.
I forgot that they consider each other family. I was
That's
trying to
like
think
one of the
if
things I
it's
do
family.
remember now that you mention it. Which one is thick? Vin Diesel?
Dog.
It's a story about a youthful good guy.
Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Heather. Spike.
What?
Whoa.
Nice.
Wow.
What?
I mean, that's true. It is a story about a youthful good guy.
Jeez.
But he's evil.
But it depends on which story Peter Pan and sometimes
And
it's
I
bad
look
guy.
gorgeous.
True.
I've only seen the Disney movie and the play, so I don't remember him being a bad guy.
You've never seen Hook?
It's a story
No.
about an amazing crisis.
We might have played the video
What?
game.
No Rufio?
No, I think we might have played the video game briefly.
Incredible process.
Rookies go.
You know, there's many movies that I have not
Nice
seen.
running for the nuts.
The Incredible.
Just the one Incredible.
Lizard Man.
Dozen.
It has the same vibe as 80s.
Ooh.
Disasters Valley Wars. Live action.
Back to the Future.
Back to the
Jim
Future.
Turner's career.
Human.
He-Man,
Criminal
yes.
Cats.
Whoa.
Mm.
First Mister.
Now that's a sentence.
Carpenter
Star
guy.
Wars into America.
Disney.
Dracula.
It's nothing like Star Wars.
Coming to America.
Star Trek. The hero has the deja vu.
Monster Squad.
Dune.
Edmund.
It's Princess Bride. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
mad.
good thing I gave you that last one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have quit.
You can't see me right now, but I'm giving you 2 thumbs up. And wearing a fabulous sarong. The
It's like an
category is
amazing
thing.
personal crisis.
Yeah, none of those early ones are helpful.
It's an ancient natural history specimen.
Here we go.
Dinosaur.
The Bible.
Mastodon.
Fish waffle.
Dinosaur. It is the base.
Pterodactyl.
Sphinx.
Natural history.
It's a lot like dinosaur.
Yeah, that was easy.
Phew! If you got it any faster.
And that's not who I thought was going to get it.
It was totally to me.
Who did you think was gonna get it, Song?
I thought Lux was going to get it, yeah.
Ooh, I love this one.
Just because I've taken her picture with an actual T-Rex.
You'll be our last presenter this round. The category is person. Some of my favorite people are person.
I didn't know you could time travel.
They're a fictional, not ancient individual.
Let's get the presentation
Actual
started.
T-Rex bones. Which I'm wearing the shirt for, by the way.
Captain Planet.
Team Wood.
Active.
Wally.
Holy Hind.
Jojo Armani.
They are known for the working hour.
Corey Feldman.
They're kind of similar to Captain Planet. Sally Fields. Diane Lane. He's so high-tech retro.
Oh, what a marvelous sentence.
Who is that fictional?
Captain Planet Tank.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Captain Mercia.
Captain Commando. Knight Rider.
Captain America.
Ships. Known for the 1960s husband cavalry.
Husband hovering.
Superman.
George Jetson?
Oh.
I know if I put enough, like, it doesn't matter what the sentence says as long as I'm giving you clue words.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shove in the clues.
That all makes sense, but George Jetson is not someone I think of on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Oh.
I had like no other good options.
And I also like round one.
Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Same challenge.
Oh god, these prompts are awful.
Yes.
Pick something your friends might be able to guess.
Ramimi will get this one.
You know them better than I do.
Oh, yeah. Hope it's Batman.
Find a sentence to describe your new prompt. And another turn for you. The what is a where. You're guessing a place.
It's an amazing tourism place.
Jesus.
Hawaii.
Venice. Paris.
Florida.
Coast.
New York.
Rome.
Disney World.
East.
West Coast.
West.
It's where you'll study the human. America.
Museum.
Europe.
Europe. Doctor.
Island. London. Paris.
Dr. Island, the island of Dr. Moreau.
It's more specific than Europe. But
The island of Dr. Moreau.
Asia.
Germany.
But is it near Europe? Zelda?
So much whole figure.
Well done on that sentence.
Paris. Vatican.
Africa.
Cuba.
How do you spell Luba?
It's close to Rome.
Elysium.
Venice.
Wow, it was Pompeii.
Is it Vatican City?
Nice.
Venice.
Okay, the Incredible store called, and they said art
I
merchandise
just
in the
commented
Incredible store
earlier.
because that was incredible. The category is thing.
Even not gay human.
It's a wonderful multicolored stomping brown spider.
Here we go again.
Lego.
Mario Rock's bedroom.
70s.
The attack of the fifth.
You.
Use it if you want me to.
Rainbow Road.
American.
People. Always
Hip
my
hop,
God.
real place. Fiction.
It has the same vibe as Lego. Missouri Boys.
Legoland.
Yellow brick. Talk about Jones spherical.
Ooh, that sentence is a beauty.
Sea World.
Wetworld.
It has the same vibe as Real Place. Ball.
Amusement park.
Legoland. Sun.
Atlantis.
Legolas.
Sponge.
It will never.
It is composed of the polygon pile.
Video game.
Connect.
Time is ticking. Hurry, hurry.
Nice.
I think I've seen that prompt happen before, and that's like impossible to guess. I never would have got that if I hadn't like remembered that there had been a prompt before
That would have been
somewhere.
better if the prompt was about dragons.
I had terrible prompts
You're
again.
guessing a person. Ooh, tricky. It could be anyone.
Yeah, we were not helping you there.
They're a fictional person.
Here we go.
I actually thought Lego was actually a pretty good.
Jesus. Bonnie.
Dragon. Mario.
Mickey Mouse.
King Arthur.
Fluff. Jesus. Link. Batman.
90s.
Wow.
The
I skipped because I couldn't.
Deliberate?
I was trying to make it say it's kind of similar to Batman, but I couldn't even do that before maybe got it.
Basically, I remember what you said, and I was like, oh, wait.
Holy cow. Are you trying to impress me?
Ratmus is getting some use out of that emote.
Guess what?
Every
Literally,
once in a
guess
while.
what? Because you're guessing a thing.
It's a colorful creature device.
Here we go.
Face.
Color. Robot.
The device. Orthodox.
Voltron. Leash.
Pokeball.
Digimon.
It produces the matter.
Ultron.
Handheld.
Fusion reactor.
Pokemon Go. Gizmo.
Antimatter.
3D
Star
printer.
Trek.
Nuclear reactor.
80s.
Food. Lead.
Mr. Fusion.
Talk about golden. Big
A mini
Golden.
sentence for maximum impact.
My brother playing this, he'd be like
Goldilocks.
talking about
Goldilocks.
weird space science things that produce matter,
Space.
Hoodie. It's smaller than the
Well,
sun.
that narrows it down.
atom colliders and stuff.
The solid of the sun. Good.
Doom, please.
Large Hadron Collider.
Oompless. It produces the nectar.
Bees.
Bee.
Orange. Honeycomb.
Honey. Forbidden fruit. Oh, cone.
Oh,
I was gonna say it's a lot like bees.
Of course. I put honeycomb before that.
Oh no, not the bees.
This is really special. Let's savor the moment.
Also a hairdo.
That's enough. The
category.
Yeah, I was thinking
is
about the
stories.
hairdo, but I don't think there was really any way for me to attack it from that angle.
It's a story about a funny individual.
Oh, my dad chose Trolls, but he didn't know that it was trying to describe the movie Trolls.
No.
So we were really confused.
Comedy.
Ace Ventura and an irresponsible deception. Movie. Book. Live action. Cartoon.
80s.
Lyle.
90s.
It's kind of similar to The Mask.
Oh, Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask.
Huge on
Be so cute. Lucky. Cool. Me, myself, and Eric.
Dumb and Dumber.
The Cable Guy. Or A Loving Household.
All the cool words were invited to that sentence.
Eyes wide shut.
Adam's Family. Eyes Wide Shut is about a funny individual.
Wayne's World.
TV.
Apparently it's about somebody short because
It's
Tom
nothing
Cruise.
like Adam's Family.
Nothing like Adam's Family. It's similar to the Mask.
So this is just making me think of someone who was like,
Winner in the end. Yes, yes, yes.
what's the thing where people have
If you
multiple
don't
wives? Guys is the father. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay,
I. Happy.
dad is not the dad,
Almost over. Keep guessing.
or he's fake dad.
Ah.
Yes.
Thank you for talking that out, Lux.
It was a drive-by
You're welcome.
freaking.
See, I'm busy thinking those people who have like one husband with multiple wives. That's where my brain was going.
The Mormons?
Yeah.
I've never
They
seen
got TV
Mrs.
shows on
Doubtfire
Last
either.
turn. You got this. Story. Time to attend the tale.
It's a story about an old upsetting journey.
Here we go.
Lord of the Rings.
The Odyssey E.
Jumanji.
And a terrible dilemma floating.
Odyssey. Yes, see.
The Mummy. The Odyssey. Jaws. India.
It's a different genre than Jumanji.
Life of Pi. Stranger
Whoa.
Things.
A historical vehicle.
We can all agree. We love that sentence.
James and the Giant Peach.
Nice.
I think I guessed that a couple times earlier and it was not it.
Yes, there you go.
Let's see those points. That means the winner is.
It wasn't close.
Wow.
Thanks for playing.
Alright, we're switching to Quiplash for the to wind it up.
What's the last game going to be, Rockman?
Well, Quiplash. I don't know if this will be the last game or
Yeah, I can do one more game.
one more.
Okie dokie.
It's time for Quiplash 3. Schmitty Strikes Back. I'm your host, Schmitty, and could you please take off your shoes? I just cleaned the game. By the way, if you didn't get in the game, you can still vote as an audience member. Type in the room code to join. Ready for round one? You're going to see 2 prompts on your device. Answer each one with a brilliant response. Soon, you'll go up against another player's answers while everyone else votes for their favorite. You'll rake in the points based on the percentage of people who dig your response. Got it? Great!
How's your rock? Yeah, how's your rock doing, back? How's your back doing, rock?
Still the same. It still hurts a little bit, and so does my left hand. But my leg feels so much better. I'll obviously take more medicine before I go to bed, as is prescribed. Drugs.
Time's running out. Okay, I'm not responsible for what happens next.
Totally responsible, Schmitty.
And the first prompt is the best name for a rideshare company to stand out from competitors. Let's vote. And now, the nicest compliment you can give to a snake. Ugh, snakes. And now, pick your favorite.
It's too bad Cobra's not here.
Yes. Next, gruesome. Instead of prickles, there's a cactus that protects itself with blank. Time to pick the one you like best.
Yeah, when I first read that prompt, I thought it said pickles, so I thought of putting pickles.
Same here.
Okay, what's next?
That would have been a weird mind meld if I had both put pickles.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite trick.
I did like that song. With the kids on side reference. That's it.
Yeah. I don't get what the prompt was asking.
Next on the docket.
You have a very unpopular
Comes from
opinion.
what animal?
That kind of take. Okay. I was thinking like, take
No,
one.
it's real.
Snap.
Pick your favorite.
I was like, what? Like, your movie takes are too hot. I'm like, then you're doing a porno. And that's when my brain was so tired.
It never gets used. All right, people, it's voting time.
This is just pandering now. Stop pandering,
Pandering,
dude.
that never happens in quick run.
Just writing Yumbo for every answer now.
We're too tired to
Round
think.
one is
So we go
behind us, and the scoreboard awaits.
It's funny though.
Next up is a little thing I call round two. Prompts are more out there, and the points are doubled.
Yeah,
Practice, Evans.
this will be the last game then. Since Ratmus has to go, and clearly I know Song and I are tired, so.
This is always fun.
Plus the answer I just gave, I'll have to leave Twitch.
Is his name Smitty or Schmitty?
Schmitty.
But he is really shady.
Almost out of time. Don't. Your entire lives have led to this moment.
That's sad.
Exactly.
And going first is. This player will one day be the subject of a
Oh
viral
my.
meme called
I
Blank.
didn't even get this prompt.
All right, vote.
This is both good.
And next is. Thanos has gone too far this time. He destroyed half the blank in the universe. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
He destroyed one butt cheek on each person.
Next up,
Yes.
a new casino game you're definitely going to lose money on. All right, choose your favorite.
I was talking with Gordon Pine from the barbecue about dating Satan. So
Next one up,
yeah,
a new store at the mall that caters to a highly specific clientele. Okay, everybody.
I would have put even hotter topic.
My mind blanked really bad. I remembered it like 3 seconds after the thing ended. I was like, Star
Let's see the
Topics,
next one.
that's what it's called.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Break Time, the National Pool Tour.
Okay, choose your favorite.
Yes.
Let's keep it going. The nation was finally united when the president's press secretary announced blank. All right, vote for the one you like best.
We are blowing up Wyoming. Wyoming.
I'm just gonna randomly shake my mouse around and or around that. That works too.
And round
I
two.
voted for Trump is dead, even though I don't think the nation would actually be united under that, considering how many
Yeah.
people voted for him.
Yeah,
don't get
And
like,
now for Whiplash. One last chance to redeem yourself. I'm going to send each of you a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. Pretty cool, huh?
Can't we skip this part?
Okay, it's time.
I am so sorry.
My mom won't call it a butt. She calls it blank, blank, or blank.
Oh my god.
Backman, we need my mom and my brother's mother-in-law to get this.
3 things you can only do in Florida.
First lizard.
Of course, my mom would be like, ass.
And now, pick your favorite.
I can't decide. They're both good.
Oh man, no fish.
I met Lizard in Florida. I gave him a Lux hug too.
Oh, I'm
The 3
jealous.
most satisfying things to scream from a mountaintop.
He's really tall. Like, Lizard is really freaking tall.
He said that he's tall.
Okay, choose your favorite.
I mean, I think he's close to 6'5".
Why?
4, but he's several inches over 6
Now,
foot.
let's see those final scores.
Tall people trigger my fight or flight response.
No, he's a teddy bear.
Hey, Ash.
Well, hey Ash. Yeah, we're stopping now because it is late for a lot of people. You blandioed and I'm drowsy. GG, Jim.
Does Blaney ever show up still?
No, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Hi Ash. Yes, bye Ash. Sorry. As you guys probably know, tomorrow night I will be hosting our Triforce hunt, and Doom. Sometimes you try to start those things early because your dinner and whatnot. I'll try to start, at 6:30, and I'll try to be the first one to start. Let me know if you want to go live earlier or something, and I'll try to go live earlier. But yeah, thanks everyone for playing and whatnot.
Good night, everyone.
Bye. That's it. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, Rockman and Song and everyone else and Ratmiss. Enjoy your pie.